Jeremy Clarkson already. Oh, hey everybody again. This is me, Nerf16, Richard Kid here on YouTube. And, well, first thing, good news. I finally got to rename my channel with all the agony of Google Plus out of the way. And one other thing. Let me get to that in a minute. Oh, camera back on. Yeah, the other thing I can't believe is happening on my my lifetime, no less, is the Point Break remake. Well, for those who don't know, I gotta get one thing out of the way. Yes, I am very much aware of the Mortal Keanu meme that's been floating around for a couple of years now. And as a man who actually likes the Highlander series, apart from a few movies here and there and television or 3, yeah, can you tell I'm a Spoonie fan yet? Anyway, I will be testing that theory one day. Probably as a joke, nothing really serious. Chopping off. What was that? Anyway. So, before I get to destroying the insanity that was the Point Break remake trailer, and believe me, it was insane, good news when it came out of the renaming of my channel. It's going to be called Retro Kid Reviews, so basically, whenever you see, like, me reviewing, like, an old TV show or, like, an old, figure I have lying around the house, I'll just call it a retro review, or, a vice versa for, like, maybe, a retro overall for, like, maybe a Toku show or something like that. I'm not going to get into, like, specifics of how I'm going to title it. I'll probably do, like, a channel update, again, when I get a better, focus for my camera, because I'm still, as you can tell, I'm still on iPhone. So, technicalities out of the way, and if you've seen the, card already for, the trailer, there is really no comparison when it comes to the 1991 original, starred by both the immortal himself, Keanu Reeves, and the late Patrick Swayze. A moment of silence, even though he passed away 6 years ago. You know, because why not? So, let's get on to destroying the ever-loving hell at this pseudo-sequel. I'm saying pseudo because, as you can see in the poster, they are still, they're keeping a lot of things. Sorry about that, memory storage, problems. Anyway, so yeah, let's get to the, remake trailer. For those who are not in the know of the 1991 movie, it started out pretty much exactly the same, except the situation's a little bit different. It started off, I want to say, like, I don't even know if they're called the ex-presidents in this, version of the movie. I'm pretty sure the situations and the characters are just in-name only, like, the characters, everything. I don't even know, like, who's playing who. I don't know who's playing Bodhi. Like, I could barely see Wade Winston as Gary Busey's, partner for, Mr. Immortal over here, Reeves. I mean, if you've ever seen the original, Gary Busey hammed the crap out of his performance. I forgot, crap. I'm sorry to say, this has been a long time since I've seen the movie. But when I watch it, it's like, okay, I see what this is going on, And I was growing up with the censor version, so you're not here with nostalgia, even though I'm called Retro Kid. Anyway, so back to the rest of the trailer. It's just showing off a lot of the action shots that they're gonna do. That's what I'm seeing. It's slightly different. So the good news is that it's not a shot-for-shot remake, and I think one of their glider scenes was all GoPro shot, which was like the big criticism. But when you see, and I'm also gonna put another card. Hang on, where's my camera? Another card somewhere here for IGN's Rewind Theater. They actually went to a place called CinemaCon, for a big place for all the Hollywood execs to pretty much say, yeah, this actually cost money. We did put some practicals here. Bullshit. But again, in this case, when it came to some of the gliding scenes, they actually put weeks of preparation, and the GoPro shots were all practical, and it was a really big drop from what I'm understanding, at least. I'm not a math major, so this is pretty much what you're getting. And since the extreme sports are a little bit different, the surfing is still there. Still have no clue who's gonna be the love interest. I forgot the chick's name. Wow. And another thing, this is just showing how long it's been since I've seen the original. Which, Admittedly, I want to see it, but for some reason, I just know at the back of my mind that Warner Brothers, the new holders for the rights to the original, probably is still gonna get some change. And this is just a conspiracy theory. You could comment down below if I'm crazy. The reason why I think these remakes are still making money is that we all in for nostalgia and we want to immediately go for the original. And because of that, the studios have like some small like copyright to the original. So in case this thing bombs, the Blu-ray sales or DVD sales to the original basically is gonna like make little money back to it. Now I'm not saying go pirate it or whatever. I'm saying just keep that in mind if you're gonna go see this movie come Christmas. Please don't, because either way the movie's gonna bomb because people who actually remember the movie, like me, and I actually grew. In case people who are actually old, it's like, hey, did you actually see the real version? Yes, I did, and it was totally worth it. So yeah, everything with all that said, I am. Normally, this would be the part where I try to be optimistic with a movie like this. I'm fucking not. I'm sorry to say. I really thoroughly hate the shit out of this movie. I love the original, don't get me wrong. This fucking remake better go to hell, for all I know. So, with me probably character assassinating what I normally do with these trailers out of the way, this is Nervin16, Richard Cato on YouTube, and I gotta get back to fixing my armor to, do some in-store stuff. Take care, guys, and see you hopefully with more Toku news. Later. I am an FBI agent boy! I know, isn't it wild, man?